Ye Wubin's 100 Lessons to Mastering Time Management. Lesson 78. Introduction to Tools and the Use of a Calendar. Hello everyone, my name is Ye Wubin from Neng. I'm so happy to be with you now at 6 a.m. on the Ximalaya App. For those of you who have been following my lessons, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome aboard. I'm so happy to have you with us. Time is man's scarcest resource. Once it's used, it can never be regained. So if you're not using your time effectively, or if the time you're spending is only getting you further away from your dreams in life, then stay with me. Listen a while, and I am confident I can help open your eyes to a new path that will get you closer to your dreams. I want to remind you there are 100 classes in this album, and every class lasts about 6 minutes. It is updated at 6 a.m. New York City time each morning. Today, I will begin to talk about tools. Sharp tools perform good work. We need efficient and sharp tools that improve our use of time. The biggest difference from one generation of people to the next is not a difference in age, but in the improvement of tools available for use. Tools become obsolete so quickly. Obsolete and useless as improvements are made to the existing tools. The older generation is used to this, yet it is more difficult to get them to adopt new habits. This is especially true when trying to get them to learn to use new instruments. It's important as you advance through the years to ensure that you keep up with modern technology. The use of technology, not age, is the primary difference between generations and competitive advantage, then to stay at the forefront of competition and success, you must keep up with changes in technology. This is why I have chosen to begin discussing the important topic of tools and instruments. Utilizing the right tools is the one thing you can do to maximize the output from your investment in the Ye Wubin class. Over the past 3 years, I've taught over 300 Ye Wubin courses in over 30 cities in China. Do you want to know why it is growing so quickly? The reason is because I have mastered the practice of time management through comprehensive study, implementation, and finally the proper and effective use of appropriate tools that help me achieve my goals faster than before. Combining theory with practical application to the use of the right tools is the perfect 3-part combination to getting results out of this course. I want to say that I am so thankful for your dedication to listening to the Ximalaya courses, providing feedback, and sharing with others so that more people learn the Ye Wubin time management method. Currently, this Ximalaya course ranks in the top 10 courses in all of Ximalaya. The payment portion of this Ximalaya course ranks in the top 5 for paying content. So thank you so much for your support. Before I begin discussing the tools and instruments, I do want to say a couple things about it, and this is important. First, let me talk about the audio lessons. Using the audio lessons to explain how to use the tools and software applications is quite a challenge. I'm going to do my best. But with the audio channel, rather than using video or in-person demonstrations, I am limited to emphasizing the overall purpose of the tool and a high-level introduction of how to use it. It's your choice to buy it or use it. As you listen to it, you may be a little confused because you don't have it in front of you doing it as I'm doing it. Please understand this and don't be deterred by it. I don't have any relationship with these applications. The reason why I recommend them is simply because they are what I use, and because I feel you will receive the same value. I am not receiving money, nor am I receiving credit for sharing these tools with you. The second thing I want to say is about the Apple company. In all of the Ye Wubin classroom courses over the past 3 years, I have asked my students to bring an iPhone to the classes. Yet, I've stated that I have no relationship or partnership with Apple. It's possible that other phones or technologies could work just as well as the iPhone, but it just so happens that of all the tools I tried, the iPhone and the other tools that I recommend were the best. I have not had enough time to study all of the other systems, so I take many of my examples from the Apple system. Nevertheless, many of the apps and tools and software that I use don't just exist on the Apple devices, so you may be able to use them on your own devices if they are not Apple. Nevertheless, I must say that my examples and demonstrations will mostly use Apple products. I'll do my best to explain which non-Apple platforms the tools I recommend are available on, but I don't use many other applications, so I may not know all of them. I'm saying all of this now because if you feel this content would not be worthwhile to you, then I invite you to skip the next 10 lessons or so which will cover these topics. I'm truly sorry, and I hope in the future to expand these topics to include other devices that I do not inconvenience you. I say all of this to ensure that you gain the most value out of this course for your time. I don't benefit at all unless you benefit, so I don't want to waste your time. This is truly why I want to make sure that I share this information with you before we begin. You have all the control to make the choices you need. Alright, now having said that, let's continue. Today I want to start by sharing a very basic but critical software system, the calendar system. That is, the calendar on your phone. So how do you use a calendar in your daily life? And specifically in this case, I'm talking about a paper calendar. What are the pros and cons of using a paper calendar over electronic calendars? Well, first, the advantage of a paper calendar is that it's convenient to write on and to use. But it's not convenient to carry it, and it's very easy to lose the paper. The more important thing is, it can't record long-term matters, and it can't be stored for long periods of time. And at some point, you will lose past items, either physically or because it will be too difficult to search through. I use an electronic calendar now. Every cell phone has a calendar on it that is part of its basic operating system. I strongly recommend that you do not download an app that has both the combined calendar and list functions. Just use the calendar system that comes with the phone, and I recommend the Apple calendar system. Why? The best reason is that you can synchronize your calendar to the iCloud, or to the cloud. The same thing can be done with Google Calendar and other calendar systems in the Android system. They might be useful as well, but I haven't studied them. If you prefer them, please, by all means, use those. They may work just as well. The key to remember, though, is you must use an electronic calendar, and it must have a synchronizing function. In this way, the synchronizing function, it can store items over time, and you can share the information with multiple people and across different devices like your tablets and your laptops. So this synchronizing ability is crucial. So what specifically should we put in the calendar? You should collect, schedule, and execute matters using the Neng time management method. Enter tasks that are scheduled with a date and time, and then check in with your calendar consistently. Okay, well that's all for today, but there's so much more to cover in the next few lessons, so I'll see you next time. These audio lessons are translated by Neng's partner Cece and then recorded by her husband Justin. I wish you great success today. See you tomorrow.